there are many things that we need to do in order to reach a low carbon future. But what is it that we should do? And that's where the end time method comes in. Hi, my name is Johann. I am a transition engineer here in Christchurch, New Zealand, and I come from France. Today, I am going to present you a shift project called PlaceFinder. We have already discussed the wicked, very wicked problem of automobility in our cities. Sure, it's a wicked problem. It works just great. Otherwise, we wouldn't be driving cars around. But it needs to be changed. And yet it doesn't, because we're committed to it. We have the infrastructure, we have the system built for it, and we have the equipment. So just like for any problem, we need to set it up in space. And I'm going to take you to Christchurch, which is the car city of New Zealand. As of now, the vast majority of transport is done by car, with people commuting from one side of the city to the other. 9 people out of 10 have a car. And for every single car, people are going to spend on average $10,000 per year. That's without counting all the money, public money, that is spent into building and maintenance of that infrastructure. So we agree that this is insane and this has to change. This has to change because we have seen the future. Thanks to the end time method, right? We have visited this future. And those people in the future, what they have that we do not, is simply the ability to live in an urban village, in a district, so that the concept of a car does not make sense anymore. They can bike, they can walk, even tram, because there will be a tram back in Christchurch in the future, or even bus around in order to do whatever they need to do. So how do we transition towards this future in an organic way? What is it that we can do right now to achieve this goal? And this is where the Shift project comes in. And this is not something that where we discuss the possibility of it, because now it is a necessity. We need to transition. So what is that Shift project, that PlaceFinder? What does it do so that you could have a car-free lifestyle? You are looking for a place. You are going to go to a real estate agent, or you're going to go on the internet. And your criteria for a search are going to be, I want that many rooms, I want 3 bathrooms. Sure, I would like it to be eventually in that part of the city, price constraint, and so on. This is how we've been doing things so far. But what if we were to put some more brain into such search engine? And this is where PlaceFinder would be the right tool for it. We already know the layout of our city. We know where the houses, the apartments are, and we already know about the transport infrastructure. Is there a tram? Is there a bus line or anything? And then on top of that, we also know what activities are available. Is there a restaurant, a gym, a swimming pool, whatever. So far, I've just described to you what Google Maps is about, but now let's add a twist to it. Chances are your main activity is going to be your work. That's going to be the first pin on the map. You specify to that application where you work. Then you just have to mention what is your preferred mode of transport to reach that destination. Is it going to be walk or cycle, or anything else available? And how long are you willing to travel, or how far are you willing to travel? Then that's your first constraint. But there is so much more to life than just work. It's also about all your activities. Do you like to go to the swimming pool, to the gym? Do you enjoy regularly a cafe or anything? This is part of your life, and this should be close to you. This algorithm is going to populate the map with all those activities and is going to tell you where is the best area in the city so that you can have that car-free lifestyle. So let's just set up an example with the University of Canterbury. Let's say that you work there, but you also have kids. Therefore, you need to have access to a school nearby and all those other activities. You draw the radius for all those activities, and the software just tells you, fine, this is where you should live. And now what it's going to do is to look at all the properties that are either for sale or for rent, and is going to tell you which one is the best for you. Now, this is how it would work if you're using it as someone looking for a PlaceFinder. But it can also work the other way around. With all the people doing more and more research on this engine, we can gather more data. Therefore, we know that more and more people would like to live in a certain area. We also know what kind of activities and amenities they would like to have, and how far are they willing to go in order to get them. This is a precious tool for any property developer in order to know, I need to build this and there so that I would have customers. Now, the scope is also bigger than that. It would also work on the public scale. Whenever a big infrastructure needs to be built in order to reach the most people, like a tram line, where is the best location to set up the rails? Well, thanks to such software, such algorithm, you would be able to know, so that we can finally put some brain into the urbanism of our future. Now, sure, this is a nice idea, but what would be the revenue streams? How would you make money out of such idea? As you're doing something that can be considered as real estate, of course, you would get some commissions from the sales, but that's not all. That data has value. You can sell it to private and public developers. And now, just like I've said before as well, through modeling of the urbanism of the cities, this is a license, an algorithm that you can sell. Now, sure enough, this is one idea that could organically help us to transition towards a low carbon future. But there is a lot more to do, and this would be only one piece of the puzzle. If you're ready to take it, contact us, and we could build such project so that we can finally reach a low carbon future, one project at a time.